Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Welcome. We've got a fun program for you today on our virtual quilt show. John has been working so hard putting all of these wonderful things up on the web, and he is normally my cameraman, but today it's so pretty outside that we told him he could go for a motorcycle ride. Jessica and I are she's running the video and I'm talking, and we decided that we would tell you what women think that men want in their quilts. So, who is it? This is the soundstage. Oh.
It's me. I heard you're doing something with guys, and I just had to interrupt my ride here.
But we know what guys want.
But I'm a guy.
Well, what does that matter? We know what you want.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know, I'm going to have pansies or something on the quilt.
Okay.
If
well, all right. If you want to do it, then let me just take this off and give it to you.
That'll do. Okay. That'll work.
Okay. You know, these guys, they know what they want, and they know what they want. So now we're going to find out what they want from
a guy.
From a guy.
That actually quilts.
Oh, yeah, and he does. He does quilt, too. So, okay, John, take it away. Would you like for me to stay here and help you?
Yeah.
Okay, but I got to close the door to the sound studio.
There you go. Well, hello, everybody. It is going to be a fun day today because, after all, we always want to know, and we're asked regularly at our quilt shows, what products or kits do you have for guys? So we're going to kick this show off right away and really get in here and start talking about some of these.
Do you want to take your do-rag off?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Take the do-rag.
Because the do-rag and a bow tie just, don't cut it.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we want to show y'all is an example of checkmate. We showed y'all this yesterday, but this is a really great design for guys because we do have this width of fabric on this that allows us to be able to have a really nice motif in here. And we're going to show you several kits that we have today that are going to work very well with this. So,
and let me point out too that it's long, so
that's right.
They can hide behind.
So it's a good size for a guy.
Yes. Okay.
And of course, the quilting is always important, and this was a fun one that we did. We showed y'all yesterday where we've got bats and balls and gloves and all of that on this quilting, so it's a really neat one. But again, that fabric is not a fabric that we do have available, but we do have several other kits available with baseballs on it. So come on up here, Jessica. Let's look at some of the kits that we have today. And we're going to start out with this really fun one. It's a John Deere. And with this John Deere, it's a great fabric for guys. So if you've got that, farmer in your family that likes to do quilting, or is needing a quilt for that couch whenever it's not farm season, we've got this one. We've got it called Tractor Times, and it's using the checkmate pattern, which is the one that we just showed you with the baseballs on it. And this is a great one. Its finished size is going to be 47 by 63. And we've got both of these fabrics on here, this great brown and this great stripe. And we were talking yesterday, if you saw yesterday's episode, about those stripes. And those stripes work great when you're putting them out here on the border of your project. So that works great for doing that. The next one that we've got is a really fun one for guys. This has got antique trucks on it. And this one's pretty cool. If you look in here, we've actually got an old Ford, kind of like Bob's, in here. I think it's this one right here that's kind of like his. But again, this is another great pattern kit that we've got that would work great with checkmate. And we're calling this one Drive Time. Let's take a look at both of those fabrics a little bit closer there. Thanks, Jessica. You're doing good, girl. And we got that great blue and then this great dot. It gives it kind of a real nice masculine feel to that.
I love that blue.
Which one? This one right here?
Yeah, and is it okay if women love what men want to?
Of course.
I love that blue.
It's always great. Because after all, most of the time the girls are going to be sewing this, not the guys.
Good point.
And of course, Bob and I both love motorcycles, and so we have this one that's up on the website. And we've actually got this one in 3 different colors that we're going to show you. This one's called Open Road. It's one of our $29 kits, and it's a great one that we can use with stepping stones. And let's step back here and let Donna show you this quilt. This is a really great quilt that we've got that we did in a fabric that we had a couple of months, well, actually a couple of years ago now. It's got Indian motorcycles on it, and we're using stepping stone on this. And a really cool thing that we've got in this, and we actually added another border to this one. So this stripe and the binding that we have on that, we added, what did we do? It was about a half yard?
A half yard.
A half yard we added to this one. And it was able to get it just a little bit bigger for us, but that's a great quilt with this.
And this is a good example of putting those stripes in the borders. Not a lot of matching going on, but it looks great. Tell them about the quilt maker.
The quilt maker. Well, this is one of the first quilts that I made. And I was really surprised whenever I got in here how easy our instructions were, and it just went together. Literally, I put the entire top together in one afternoon. So it's a really great project and makes things even great for even teaching people. And I really, really love what the quilter did for us on the back of this. She found a motorcycle pattern for us and quilted that up with motorcycles, and it's just absolutely awesome.
Good job on your first quilt, John.
So we've got a couple more here on motorcycles. I really like this one that we just showed you with the stepping stones on it. Is the secondary fabrics are great because we've got literally maps on here, which is kind of a neat addition for a motorcycling quilt. And then we've got this nice gold. So again, this was the open road quilt that we have that's made with stepping stones. We also have this same pattern for stepping stones inside of our Pretty Darn Quick book, which is one of our books that we have here today. So again, if you order 3 kits, you're able to get one of the books for free. You'll just write that in the order notes.
And free shipping over $25.
Exactly. Here's another version of the motorcycle fabric that we have put together. This one we call Easy Rider, and it's in black. It's a nice $29 kit, and we're suggesting to do this one in bold blocks. And this is great because we got this nice black background with those gold motorcycles. We've got kind of a rock design on that fabric, and then again we've got another map print on that. So it works really nice for that. Great one with $29 using bold blocks. And Donna's got an example of bold blocks. This is one that we had a couple of years ago. It's done with firefighter fabric. So you can see you got that great big 10-inch block there, so you can put your focus fabric of those motorcycles in there. And then using the other 2 fabrics, you're able to go in and use that to make a gorgeous quilt for him.
You know, it'd be neat to put the map fabric here, because then you've got your motorcycles and you've got the little border, and then all of this would be the map fabric. I think that'd look really sharp.
Yeah. And then this was also a really neat one. The quilter did a good job for us on this one. She actually found a firefighter and EMS stitch pattern, which is just a great design. And, you know, if we got any...
Look at the hose right here. With
the hose, the water coming out. Yeah, so if we got any firefighters or ambulance drivers or any EMS folks out there, we appreciate y'all putting yourselves on the line each and every day, especially right now with all of the virus that's running around. And then we've got one more motorcycle fabric. It's from the same line, and this one's going to be in red, so it works out really nice. And it's called Easy Rider again, but we've added the red to it. It's, again, $29. And we're suggesting that you make this one out of Tic Tac. Tic Tac's another really great one. You could go in there and have your motorcycles in one of the squares and one of your secondary fabrics on there. Then we kind of have this kind of a map look on this with the map grid, and again, another version of the road map.
They're great. And
they go together really quick. I will give you a little sneak preview if Jessica will go up and look at my neck. Ha ha ha. You can also use this fabric for doing bow ties. So we'll talk about that in just a minute because some guys want that. So those are some of the great car, automobile-related fabrics that we've got. And of course, while you're out in your car and all of that, you got to be listening to tunes. So, you know, guys like music too. So another great series of fabrics that we've got is music-related. So we've got our first one that we're going to show you here today. It's called Classical Jazz, and it's got all these great guitars and a few brass instruments in there. Another great one using the tic-tac pattern that we just showed you on one of the motorcycle fabrics. Again, another nice $29 one with those musical instruments and a really nice complementary to just bring out the colors that are in the guitars and the other pieces on there. So again, that's another nice $29 kit that we have. And then a second one that we've got there is making music. This one's great because it's got electric guitars on it and keyboards. It's more like a band type design on this one with drums and all of that there. And we've got some great secondary fabrics on this with that beige and that nice line that's on there. And we're suggesting on this one that we would use that checkmate. Again, so you'd have your musical instruments in here in that width of fabric area, and then your other two fabrics would be your border and the secondary color.
And you know, while you're on that motorcycle listening to your tunes, you'll have to do like what Robert did. He went out west and he saw the countryside on that motorcycle. So,
well, I personally think we need to kick it up because, after all, we are in Texas. And when we're in Texas, we like to really have our hats and our boots and all of that. And, of course, we might not have a motorcycle, but we might actually have some horses. So let's take a look at some more fabrics here. We get into some of our horse fabrics that we have because guys love the horses, and
so do girls.
And so do girls. I've had a lot of young ladies that have had requested horse fabrics when we're at some of our shows. This is a great one. It's got these wild horses, it looks like to us, on it. And we're suggesting the pretty simple pattern on this one to where we can go in and highlight two of our fabrics here with our horses and maybe with the horseshoes as your two main fabrics, and then use this nice brown as your sashing and your border on that. This is a great one. We're calling it Corral. It's $29. And again, we're suggesting the Printy Simple pattern for that one. And then here's another great one. This might be great for both the big boys and the little boys with that Western theme. So we've got the cactus on here. We're calling this in our Southwest Landscape. And it's one of our $26 kits. And we're suggesting that you use Picture Perfect. So you can have those two focus fabrics in this one. So we'll have our cactus in one, and then our green in our secondary, with that orange as our borders and sashing. So this is a really nice one. It goes together really quick, and it's a 46 by 63 finish size.
That would look great on a leather recliner.
Oh yeah, really would make it pop. So that's a great one at $26. And then we have this one that we call Giddy Up. So it's got the cowboy hats on it, and the boots and the saddles and all of that. And of course we've got stars and horseshoes on it. And this is even also has some musical notes, music on the background of that. So kind of a
Gene Autry singing.
Yeah, Gene Autry singing.
Okay, somebody's bound to say, who's Gene Autry?
No, I don't think so. But this one's called Giddy Up. It's going to be $26, and we're suggesting the checkmate. So you're seeing a lot of those checkmates to here, because this works really great with that. You're not going to cut up your cowboy boots and saddles and all of that very much. And will be a great one at $26. So guys also like to do other things other than just, riding their motorcycles and having their cowboy hats on. Some of them like to get out there and, maybe do a little safari or go hunting or something like that. So we've got a lot of great patterns and kits that we've got set up for that. And our first one that we've got is called Stag Party. This is a really pretty one with all of these deer on it, and would be a great one that we're suggesting to work with Sweet Times on. And Sweet Times is a great one that has a great big 10-inch block on it. And let's take a look at Sweet Times. This is another quilt that I'll brag and say that I made. And it's great because you see you've got that nice big 10-inch block on here. And you can even get that motif to flow across that quilt if you want to. So in that situation, you could have those deer go ahead and continue on. So where you cut one off, you'd start it over next to that. and it goes together really quick. This is a beautiful quilt, nice and big at 49 by 62 inches, so a really nice size finished quilt on that.
And for those of you who don't know, John collects fountain pens. So these are fountain, we got this fountain pen fabric in, and he was the first one to say, "I want some."
So another nice one. Fairly simple backing on this one. We kind of used a black, little bit of a ferny kind of design. I guess that's what we would call that.
Yeah.
And then kind of a, almost an Aztec-y kind of a feel, or
Kind of a modern.
yeah. It's a
Very
really cool
nice.
stitch pattern that we
Very
put on
nice.
that one. So let's take a look at a couple of more of our deer patterns that we've got here. So you saw the stag party that we had. Here's the secondary fabrics on that. This nice turquoise, kind of a brush pattern in that, and this really nice kind of brown webby. Looks really great when you finish that one up in Sweet Times. Again, that's going to be one of our $29 kits.
And that pattern is also available in
Easy peasy.
So if you want to get that free book when you buy 3 kits, you might want to check on Easy Peasy.
Nice. Our next one we've got here is called Trophy Day. And this one's great because it's got a lot of pictures of deer on it. And you can go through and look at all of those deer and just really enjoy those. We're calling that, like I said, we're calling that one Trophy Day. And we're suggesting that we use Picture Perfect with this one. It's another nice one. It gives you 2 focus fabrics, so you can go in there and focus on your deer and maybe your
Wood.
your wood texture on that one. Thank
Kind
you.
of looks like bark.
Yeah. And then that nice,
Grunge.
nice grungy brown.
Well, they call it grunge.
Oh, is that what that grunge? Okay.
Quilters know what that is. It's
Yeah.
grunge.
So again, that's a great kit at $29. And we've got one more here for you. So while you're out in the woods looking at the deer, we've got owls. This is a really nice one. We're calling it Wisdom. And we're suggesting that you use bold blocks with this one. So again, it's a gorgeous owl fabric. And bold blocks gives you that really nice big 10-inch block, which we saw in the Firefighter kit. Another nice finish size of 47 by 60. Let's take a look at each of those fabrics real quick. Neat webbing look on that, and some more bark, tree bark on that one. And that is Wisdom at $29. And we've got one more under there. This one is called Camouflage. And it's really neat. We've got this, the grassy look in here with some of the leaves, and again, another green tone on that, and some leaves here. And this one is a really nice one. And we're suggesting to use Puzzle Me This. And with Puzzle Me This, it's going to give you a finished size of 44 by 58. And Donna's got an example of Puzzle Me This for you. And this is one of our really neat ones because it's got that nice box in a box and the rail design that's going in there. And so it works out really beautiful for being able to put together some nice guy designs. What do we get on the back of this one? Do you want to show that one?
I told John he couldn't show you.
I
the
couldn't
back
show
of
you this one
because
because
we don't have this fabric. But I'll show it to you if you promise me that you'll still love me even though I don't have this fabric, because it's great. I love this fabric, but it's long gone, and I don't have anything really close to it.
Even, yeah.
But isn't
But
it
it is gorgeous. And what is this, a leaf pattern on this?
Yes.
Yeah, there's the leaf pattern. And again, we used a variegated thread on that. Really nice.
So, do you still love me?
So that's some of the kits that we've got today. So a lot of y'all have heard about the fact that we've got a bow tie pattern up on our website. And with that pattern, I kind of wanted to give you a little overview of those so that you could get an idea of how easy it is to make one of our bow tie patterns. So like I said, we've got a free download up on our website for being able to download. So you can just do a search on our site for bow tie and you'll find that free downloaded pattern.
Or you can click on free goodies on our homepage.
Very good point. So come on up in here, Jessica. Let's take a look at a couple of these. So you saw the one that I had on my neck a little bit earlier with the motorcycles on it. So these bow tie patterns work great with the fat quarter. That's what they're designed to work with. And you're able to go in and take any kind of a fabric, whether it's a batik or even one of Donna's from the Friends and Family line, and be able to put these together. And all of the instructions are included in our free download, including the various sizes for your neck sizes and all of that. I wanted to show you a couple of details that we have on these. So what I'm using whenever I'm assembling these, I've got a simple little D-hook here that I'm able to pick those up from any one of your little craft stores or something like that. And then I'm using a vest buckle to be able to make this adjustment so that I can adjust it if I'm wanting to have that an adjustable bow tie. Or if you're wanting to go ahead and have it as a fixed size, I do provide those sizes for you here so that you would have your overall length of your bow tie. So we've got those available here for you on the instructions so that you could have it a fixed length if you're unable to find the D-hook or the vest buckle that's on here. And of course I got to use some of the fancy features on my sewing machine. Let's see if I got it on this one. Oh, that was an early one. But I'll go in and put in my name and my date on them. I guess that's the one that you're going to get to see there. So I got my last name and the year that I made it, so I can kind of remember whenever I do this, because I try to make new ones for each of the shows as we go along, and then we can go ahead and have some fun with these. And of course, I've got a whole closet full of bow ties now. So I hope you all take a look at that bow tie pattern. Again, it makes up with a simple fat quarter. And I hope that now that you've been through this session with us today here at our virtual quilt show, that you have a good idea of what guys want in their quilts. And as always, we've got free shipping. Well, right now we're running free shipping over $25 on your orders, and free books. If you order 3 of our kits, you're able to get one of our books for free. And we're continuously putting up new product each and every day. We hope you stop by fabriccafe.com and see us. And of course, hit that like button and the share button on here on Facebook so that you can share this with your friends and let them know how they can meet their quilting needs during this little trial that we're having here.
That's right. And if you want to join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we're going to be talking about fat quarters. And we've got a really good deal on fat quarters tomorrow. So be watching us tomorrow. And John, thank you. I think you did a great job.
Well, I'm glad to do it, Mom.
So thanks so much. It's Donna Robertson and
John Nossel from Fabric Cafe.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.